actually think the first time I've been on Winnie the Pooh was when we got evac'd.
In Disneyland?
Yeah.
Wait, so you've never been on the one in Magic Kingdom?
I don't think I have.
Chrissy.
Sorry. I was just trying to think. Like, I know we didn't do it with my son.
I'm ready.
Hello, and welcome back to If It Were Up to Us, the podcast where we rethink and reimagine the ultimate Disney theme park destination. I'm Chrissy. This is my co-host, Stephanie. And as always, Stephanie, how you doing today?
I'm good. I feel like it's a very, gloomy Wednesday. Like, the weather's not gloomy, but you know how, I'm not sad or anything, but just, feel kind of blah. That's kind of how the day seems. How are you?
I am good. The little one has a cold, so he's been up at night, so, I'm extra tired. Oh. And it's fine. I had a big old cup of coffee this morning, which I apparently finished already and forgot already, so that's fine. And then we're getting ready to go out of town, so, I'm also, trying to get us packed and stuff. Thankfully, it's a short road trip, and but we're going to go up to a lake in Oklahoma, and I'm super excited about it, but I just have to
will
pack
be
all
sending all of my good travel juju to you because you have not had much luck lately. So I'm hoping that all of it was saved for this trip and it'll be extra relaxing. No hiccups. The kid got the sickness out of the way now, right? So that he'll be good to go then.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm hoping we've got it planned out. It's maybe a 4-hour road trip, so we're going to pick the kids up right before nap time from daycare, so hopefully they will sleep in the car for a long time, and then we only have just a little bit to do with them actually, on the road. So,
good.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be. And we're traveling. My sisters are going to meet us there, so they're coming down from Missouri, so I'll have reinforcements in case things go wrong.
Oh, there you go. It's always nice to have an extra couple sets of hands.
Right. So, yeah. I was just saying, I can't believe we're on episode number 7, but I'm so excited for this episode because we're just going to get to talk about, our favorite things.
Yeah, just a casual little Magic Kingdom chit-chat. We don't have to think so hard because, we take reimagining theme parks very seriously.
We do.
So
we take a very not serious thing, and we're very serious about it.
Yeah, or it's actually going to come true or something. All the research and really thinking, and this one will just be kind of fun and not so much brain usage.
Which seems like a good idea for the both of us today.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So before we get into that discussion, any news we have to share? Any?
So it's funny because we were just talking about Tomorrowland a couple episodes ago, and Buzz Lightyear is down for refurbishment as of Monday. So we'll get our new blasters, and Chrissy will be able to pick them up.
No more dumb photos.
And hopefully no more dumb photos. And I think they are making the targets a little different too, I think, where it'll maybe light up when you hit it or something. They definitely are doing something different, and maybe they've already done this in Disneyland. So it'll be fun. Too bad it won't be done quickly and we could maybe do it soon rather than in 2026. So we won't know for a while what that ride photo for you will look like.
But maybe, when we do, we'll put it in the video. So.
Yeah. Any other Disney or theme park news? I don't
think so. I will say, I saw, whoa, what?
Beacon Barrel has an opening date.
Right. Oh, yes.
And now I can't for the life of me remind, is it August 24th, August 26th?
29th. Okay.
29th.
And I know it's the 29th. That's my husband's birthday. And so I was like, hey, maybe we should go on the 29th. Just fly down for a day. And then he was so mean to me because he was like, well, my parents will be in town. Maybe we could do it. And it is my birthday. So, and I was like, what? What are you saying we can go? What do you do? And he was like, no, we're not going. And I was like, why would you crush my spirit like that? Why?
That's something my husband does. He'll like toy with it, and then I'll get like really excited, and they'll be
Right.
like, no, we're not going. And I'm like, what do you mean we're not going? Like, I already had everything planned in my brain, and you just crushed my dreams. That would have been really fun, though.
Oh my God, it would have been epic. It would have
Yeah.
been, and I would have fallen in love with him all over again, and instead I wanted him to sleep on the couch, so it's fine.
So yes, Beacon Barrel, the new pirate-themed pub, is opening August 29th, and we got to see some menu items and
Yes.
some merch, and I want the shirt already.
I'm already obsessed with it, and I got a kick out of the margarita. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you being punny, Disney. I like it.
Yeah, and then that weird, like, maybe it's a cold salad, and it has like the octopus tentacle on it, and I'm like, yeah, that's a no for me. But I feel like that would be something my husband would try, but not
really?
me. I'm gonna be like giving him side eye, like, that's gross.
Yeah, what are you doing? Stop eating that.
Are you gonna chew on the octopus tentacle? Ugh, I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yeah,
I think it'll be really cool. We already have kind of maybe tentative plans to go. So that's exciting. But any other news besides that? You were going to say something and I cut you off.
Yeah. No, you're good. I noticed all of the Halloween merch dropped, and I'm already obsessed. Like, it's all over social media, and I was getting the emails and looking at the Shop Disney stuff, and I want to buy it all. And yeah. But that was it.
I'm not going to lie to you. Before we got on here, I was looking at flights to see if maybe I could catch a Friday or Sunday night Halloween party.
Good for you.
I think it's a no, even though like Spirit had like $80 round trip flights, but the times weren't wonderful. And I'm like, Stephanie, like, you can't do this. Just stop. Swiped out. Move on. Stop teasing yourself.
It's that way every time they like do something new, right? Like
Yeah.
the Beacon Barrel opening, a party. It's like, could I do it? Can I make it work? And the season
You
in
have
our
to-
life is usually the answer to that is a no.
Exactly. Like, really have to just be real with yourself and go, no.
Yeah.
No, you can't. For that like 5 seconds that you're like, ooh, maybe. No.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, I mean, anything else?
I don't think so. I saw that right before we got on here, there was a foodie guide. I think it's more Halloween themed stuff in the rest of the parks because they did the not so scary Halloween party stuff a couple weeks ago. I didn't look at it because that was also when I had come to the realization I will not be going during that time. So why even bother? And like,
Why
you
torture
know,
yourself?
yeah, why do that to myself? So I didn't. I was like, no, I don't need to know. It's literally fine. Well, if that's everything, maybe we'll jump into today's topic,
Yeah, I think so.
which is all about Magic Kingdom. And Chrissy and I were kind of chatting that we didn't necessarily have a ton of notes down. And I think it's really hard to come up on the spot memories unless something sparks that memory.
Yeah.
So I asked my little friend ChatGPT to ask us a bunch of questions so that maybe that will spark some things for us. And some of them are fun.
I love it.
So we'll start with rides and attractions.
Okay.
And the first question ChatGPT had for us is, if you could only ride one attraction for the rest of your life in the Magic Kingdom, what would it be?
That is so hard. That's a hard one. Do you have an answer already?
I think it would be the People Mover.
Okay.
Only because the view, while it's the same track, will change outside. So if that's like the only one you ride and you go multiple times a year, in the Christmas, you would see Christmas stuff, and Halloween, you see Halloween. So it'd be a little bit different than riding the same. My backup one was Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh, interesting pick.
Yeah, just because that one's always fun, and I feel like you wouldn't necessarily get sick of it. Whereas like maybe a slow moving boat ride you might, because Pirates, I was like, oh, I love Pirates, but I don't know.
I feel like after a certain amount of time, Pirates might become it's a small world stuck in your head. Get me off this boat. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
My instinct was to go with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Probably because it's probably my top like attraction in the park. But I also love that it's like part roller coaster, part dark ride. So you get a little bit of both, you know, like when you go through the mines and you find yourself like swinging in the car and so I feel like that one would be probably it. But to your point, the scenery never changes, right? Like when you're on that ride, you're immersed in that mountain. So you really wouldn't see much outside of that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd probably say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hard. It's like, okay, really? That's the only ride I can ride for the rest of my life. Are you serious? Okay, so the second question is, what is the first ride you ever, or attraction, you ever remember doing in the Magic Kingdom? I know you've been going since you were little, so this one might be a little more hard for you. Yeah. So I'll go while you're thinking, because I just went in 2016 for the first time, so I feel like that's, you know. Yeah. The first attraction we ever did, because I did no research before my Walt Disney World vacation, just like a tiny little bit. I think the only like big vlogger that you saw a lot, which wasn't even a vlogger, was Disney Food Blog, always doing the food stuff. This was like before they dabbled in other things. And then maybe a little bit of Tim Tracker, but I didn't watch much of him after. So very little research. I know game plan. My brother planned this trip. I went with him and his family to the Magic Kingdom that day. And he didn't do like a rope drop plan. He had his fast passes picked so the morning was open. And we did Enchanted Tales with Belle. That was the very first thing I ever did in the Magic Kingdom. So while that may be boring, you're immediately come to like the realization this is magical, because you have that like mirror moment or whatever it was where the door like appears. And that was my first taste of like, wow, like this is really cool. Like Disney does some cool things.
You're like, I am literally in a Magic Kingdom right now. Like
yeah, exactly. Like, because prior to this I did Cedar Point, Six Flags, and it was roller coaster, so there was no like technology like that I'd really seen.
I mean, so my very first trip I ever took to Disney, I was 9 months old, and it was actually out to Disneyland. So I know there are photos of me pretty much sleeping through the whole trip because I was 9 months old. So, I mean, if I was like going to be factual about it, I figure it's probably like It's a Small World or a, you know, Peter Pan's Flight, right? That was probably the first ride I ever did. The first one, like, that I remember doing, I feel like they all, like, I can think back
all the
to
trips
different
smashed
times
together.
I've gone, but I'm like, and I can think back to certain things that I rode, but I couldn't tell you what was, like, the first one. But some of my earliest memories, I think, that I do have are actually riding Splash Mountain. Because when we would go when I was younger, my dad's best friend lived in Orlando, and so once my little sister was born, my mom stayed off the rides with her, so he would come with us, and it would be my dad and my older sister, and then me and my Uncle Pete. And I have ride photos of us on Splash Mountain when I was real little, so I feel like I'm gonna go with that was probably one of like the first rides that like I did when I was younger, was Splash Mountain. So
okay, so I got an easier question for you. What was the first ride that you put your oldest child on?
I think I want to say it was Peter Pan.
Okay.
Because I know I have pictures of us in the queue. He's asleep on my husband.
How old was he?
We went for his first birthday, so we went right before he turned 1. And it was a big trip. We had actually scheduled it the year before, and then I found out I was pregnant, so we couldn't go because I was like literally due 3 weeks later from when we had it planned. And so it worked out that it was my mother's 65th birthday and then his first birthday. So we went for that. And I know once, like, we got to the park, I want to say pretty early in the day. And we immediately went over to Peter Pan, and rode that one. Like, I'll remember. I'll never forget that. What was the first ride you took your kids on?
Okay, so for my son, his very first trip to the Magic Kingdom in Disney at all was Not So Scary's Halloween party, actually.
Oh, uh-huh.
So, we just turned right when we got in the park. And we didn't have really big game plans for then either. And we did Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And the funny thing about this is, this was when Tomorrowland was having a lot of construction. I think they were redoing the pillars or something for People Mover. And so it was just a mess. And the first time I had taken a stroller, so I didn't really know anything about this stroller parking and how serious Disney takes keeping your stroller in stroller parking. So we saw a bunch of strollers kind of just right outside the entrance across from it. So we stuck our stroller there, rode the ride, came out, stroller gone. Like, we all looked all over. It was my husband, me, Carson, my son, his dad, and his aunt. And we literally could not find this stroller. We looked all over, and my husband is starting to get mad, okay? Mm-hmm. And now looking back, he probably wasn't the nicest to the cast member, but, like, this was also his first trip to the Magic Kingdom, too. And so, like, we did end up finding it, but it took a good, 15 minutes to locate said stroller. So that was, his first taste of the Magic Kingdom, so it didn't start off on the best foot. But yeah, so my son's first ride was Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin, and I don't know what my daughter's was. I cannot remember.
It's some second kids, like you're tired, you forget. It's fine.
I think her first park was actually Hollywood Studios. I don't think it was Magic Kingdom, and I don't remember the Magic Kingdom trip at all. I literally...
because you were tired.
Oh, it might have been Winnie the Pooh, actually, now that I think about it. Because that trip, my brother that I went to on my first trip ever, he was there, and we both had rope drop plans, but Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was down, and then it's only that side of the park opened, so we didn't know what to do. He actually rope dropped Dumbo, and we rope dropped Winnie the Pooh. Because he was going to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and it was closed, so he just bopped over to Dumbo. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure her first ride was Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Okay, so the third
question. I think we took my kiddo on Winnie the Pooh.
At all?
I actually think the first time I've been on Winnie the Pooh was when we got evac'd.
In Disneyland?
Yeah.
Wait, so you've never been on the one in Magic Kingdom?
I don't think I have.
Chrissy.
Sorry. I was just trying to think, I know we didn't do it with my son. I mean, yeah, I don't think because I always forget it's over there.
Yeah, you do, kind of.
I'm all, it's like, it's in the transition place where I'm, trying to go from one place to another. It's right there on the corner, so... I think the first time I ever rode it was with you. So that's fun. Don't judge me.
I'm not. That's just, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they've never ridden Winnie the Pooh. Oh, and the queue in Disney World is so cute.
Is it?
Yeah, you get to play with Honey on a screen. You can move it around. There's these little walkthrough things for the kids.
The interactive stuff, Peter Pan and
oh my. Okay, well. You need to add that to your list. Okay, do you try to, if you do rope drop, do you go to the same ride every time you do the Magic Kingdom? Or do you change up your plans?
If I do rope drop, it is usually the same attraction. It's usually Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. At least at this current stage of our lives. When I travel with my children, it's Peter Pan. We rope drop Peter Pan. That's where we go first. Get that out of the way. When I travel solo, it's Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But I know you said you don't do rope drop anymore. Is that right?
No.
Or you yeah.
No, and I think when we used to do it, so the kids were really little, and my husband's very anti, like, split the family up to do it. At that point, we're fine now, but, like, when they were really little.
Yeah.
I don't think I think we just went wherever the wind took us. I don't think we ever, like, this is the plan every single time.
Yeah. Do you prefer to do it that way, or do you prefer to kind of have a plan laid out?
So I like having a list of top 3 or 4 things that we all want to do. Like, we all come together, like, this is what we want to do. So we focus on those first. But no, we usually don't. My husband isn't a planner. Like, he doesn't like the day mapped out completely in the morning. I don't know why. It must just be something in his brain. Like, it stresses him out to have too structured of a plan.
I can understand that.
So no, and I think back in our early days, fast passes were a thing, so that really dictated your day more. And multi-pass, when we do it, obviously that does, and we just are still trying to get out of the mindset of trying to get as much rides done as possible on every trip. But yeah, I think it really just depends on the multi-pass selections nowadays.
Was your first trip still paper fast pass, or was it fast pass plus?
It was Fast Pass Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I remember the switch, because there was a big gap between the last time I had been, well, it was my senior year of high school, and that was still paper fast pass. So your rope drop strategy in the morning was to get to the ride that you knew you wanted to do to get that fast pass as quick as you could. And then when we went on our honeymoon, I think it was Fast Pass Plus. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was still paper fast pass on our honeymoon. But it had, well, they were just switching it because Magic Bands were just coming out, and they were resort testing them at specific resorts, and ours was not one of them. I remember that for a honeymoon. So we were kind of in that transition period. But I do remember the Fast Pass Plus thing being a big one, because you were, like, committed to it then at that point, you know, like, and at that point, God, dining was 160 days out, and Fast Pass was like 30 days out, and
it was
like,
insane.
you had to plan your trip ahead of time.
Exactly. Yeah, and that very first time I ever went, and I went with my brother and stuff, he did everything. So, and he was doing the Magic Kingdom 2 days, so we didn't do some, like, big attractions because he already had fast passes for them on his second day.
Yeah.
So, like, why wait that day for the ride if he already has fast passes? And I think that very first trip we didn't utilize the whole use all 3, get another one, and then keep doing it. I think we only used the 3, and I'm pretty sure he used the 3rd one for the special standing area in the hub grass for the fireworks and the parade.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we only had 2 actual rides that day, because you didn't use that 3rd one until late at night. So you didn't get that 4th one. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how have times changed? Those are, like, memories you kind of just don't think about anymore.
I know, right?
The fast pass stuff.
And just, like, the whole evolution of planning a day at the parks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't imagine what it looked like before, like, Fast Pass existed, you know? Like, just, I mean, obviously the parks were a lot less crowded, and there were. And didn't they have, like,
the books where you had, like, e-ticket stuff, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah, you go all the way back to, like, your A, B, C, D, and E ticket attractions, you know, and you had to buy the ticket books in the parks. There still is, there are still old ticket booths around in Disney World, or, I mean, Disneyland. And there might even be one in Disney World, but I know for sure there's some. They're just like abandoned shacks that now look like decorations. But yeah, I mean, you go all the way back to that point, and you bought your ticket books then, and then I think when they eliminated, I don't know what it looked like when they eliminated the ticket books. I know they didn't go straight from ticket books to Fast Pass, so yeah.
Wild. Okay, so what is a ride that you only do if somebody drags you to it? Like, one you only do because the rest of your party wants to.
This is my mother's favorite ride in the entire world. So much so that I had Premier Pass when I went in March, and she ended up meeting me at the park that day because she lives in Florida. And so, like, I was just doing all the things with Premier Pass, but I did not use my Premier Pass because that was the one ride that she wanted to ride. And I waited in line with her because obligations. She's your mother. She
Yep, that's right. You
gave
just
me
do
life.
it.
You know, you just do it. Yeah. So, but yes, that is 100% the ride that I will only do if someone drags me to it. Yeah.
Mine is probably Carousel of Progress or Jungle Cruise.
Stop with your Jungle Cruise right now.
Yeah. Like, my husband's a big Carousel of Progress person. So when I'm, like, he's with me, obviously we do that, but I wouldn't do it just on my own.
That's
so. Unless I needed a good nap. Okay, what do you think is an underrated ride and an overrated ride? I feel like everybody says that People Mover's an underrated ride, but I feel like nowadays everyone said that now it's become like everybody does it nowadays.
Like it's counterculture. It's like it's so bad you can't do it. I mean, People Mover would probably be my underrated one. I love the People Mover. I love it. It's a great, like, break, get off your feet, see views of Magic Kingdom, and, you know, I mean, I wish they would throw more stuff in there to look at when you're in the dark spaces. And also, I want them to give my eyes time to adjust so I can actually see Space Mountain. Right? Yeah. Because I feel like it takes me like 20 minutes, you know, the whole ride to for my eyes to adjust to the dark. But and we're also every time praying that the lights are on when we go through Space Mountain. So
it's happened to me once.
Never happened to me yet, but I'm hoping. And then my Tron, 100% overrated.
Okay, so mine is going to break your heart. My overrated is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Stop it. Get out of here.
And only because the queue is so long and the ride is so short. I would rather go ride Big Thunder a few times to the one time standing in line for Seven Dwarfs. But I do like it. My daughter loves it, but it's just not very long for the amount of time you wait.
That is one I would cap. Like, I would not wait more than an hour for that ride, for sure. And
mine is like 30 minutes. Like, because you could buy a single pass for it.
Yeah. That's what I'm like, I wouldn't. I will always buy single pass.
My underrated, I feel like People Mover is kind of the cop-out, but I don't know what other attractions are underrated, because I feel like...
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, and you know what? I always tell people, I'm like, what's your favorite ride in the Magic Kingdom? I'm like, well, favorite and best are two different things. So, like, it changes. When my son was really little, he loved the Little Mermaid ride. So that was our favorite because he just loved it so much. But yeah, and honestly, the AC is awesome in there. And it's always a walk-on. And the only downside is that because it's always a walk-on, the queue feels like it's 5 miles long before you actually get to said attraction.
But I love the queue. It's so themed. Even if it's not like extremely interactive like some of the other ones are. Yeah. I feel like it is just... It's just nice. It makes you feel like you're on vacation in the middle of this queue. I don't know what about it, but I love it.
It is.
Plus, there's a waterfall in the middle of the queue. How do you not love that?
And that like crazy hidden Mickey that only comes out on his birthday. Yeah. Which is insane. Who came up with that? Or is it a fluke? Like they're like, oh, it's actually blah blah blah, and look, it's a Mickey. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, the whole thing is nuts.
Do you have a laugh out loud memory from while you were on a ride? Besides us getting evac'd off of Winnie the Pooh in Disneyland.
Evacuation selfie. I do. It's not so much a ride. It's Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor.
Okay.
Somehow my husband, and this is in my like top 5 moments, so spoiler alert. But like somehow my husband always gets picked, or like he gets picked more often than he does not get picked. And so like he's either that guy, you know, like I don't know how it works. It's not because we're sitting anywhere specifically. It's not. But the first time we took my son, he got picked, and it was the interactive one where it's the two-headed monster, and they're talking about like facts about the state of Texas and stuff, and he's just, my husband is socially awkward. I'm sorry, honey, I said it. You know this is true. And so he gets picked. He's got my son on his lap. I'm like videoing on the side and like laughing out loud, but you know, to then be like, okay, like they ask where he's from and what his name is, and he's like, you know, Texas, and then, you know, I forget exactly what they said, but then they end it with, and home to the Eiffel Tower, and then they were like, is that right? And John was like, yep, that's pretty much it. Yep, for sure. And they were like, yeah, you know, and it was just so fun. And so yeah, that would be my laugh out loud moment, and it always just seems to happen to him.
That's great. I don't think anyone in my family has ever been that guy. I wish.
It's my favorite when he's that guy. Especially when it's like, and that guy, that's the guy who's buying us all the popcorn or whatever.
Yeah,
like, I love it.
That is such a fun little show, and maybe that's the underrated attraction. Like, you need to go to that because it's so funny. I don't know if I have a laugh out loud memory. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. So, Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin, bring us back. So my son's older now, and he's sitting in between us, and the only thing he's doing is just holding the spinny thing over the entire ride. We just circled the whole time. Yeah. That was probably my laugh out. He just thought it was the funniest thing ever. And now he's way too serious about a score, so like there's none of that. We're not messing about on this ride anymore. Do you have a ride that makes you cry, or
I think if I had a ride, I think my most sentimental ride would have been Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
You know, before they changed it to Tiana's. It's my husband's favorite ride. Obviously, I have like memories of me going as a child, and it's just so long too that like you just sit and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the one that I probably do. Plus, if you time it right, you can see the fireworks from it. Like it's awesome. I will say, I do think that the one time I did cry on an attraction, or just have like that moment, well, I don't know. At Magic Kingdom was when we went to Mickey's Not So Scary. Somehow we timed it right that the fireworks were going off when we were riding Seven Dwarves, and like that was a very magical moment. Like having the fireworks happen, you know, like before the party started, and yeah, to have that happen like at this, like I remember getting off that and being like, was that not epic? You know? Yeah. I had that same feeling when I rode Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's for another day.
Mine's actually Splash Mountain too.
Is it?
Yeah, so my son rode it, and I was so worried that he was gonna be so scared. Because it's a big drop, and he hadn't done anything like that, and he loved it. So we had to ride it again. And it was just, you know, like, oh, look at him. And as somebody that loves rides and roller coasters, you're just hoping that at least one of your kids might like rides and roller coasters, so you have someone to ride them with. Yeah. And he does. So And we have not, here's one for you, have not ridden Tiana's Bayou Adventure yet.
I'm just kidding.
So we went pretty quickly after it opened, and we didn't get a virtual queue for it, so we didn't ride it. Yeah. And then on the last two trips, it was either down or we just weren't by it at the right time that we were ready to stand in line for it. So we haven't ridden it yet.
I don't know. I do know. I know it's because I loved Splash Mountain so much that I don't love it. But I also was in that same boat that, like, I did not ride it for a long time. It wasn't until this past March, actually, that I was able to ride it because I had my premiere pass at Magic Kingdom. So, yeah, it's great. Like, it's fine. It's not... I think the thing that bothers me the most is that there are scenes where it's just kind of a cop-out of, like, a screen.
Mm-hmm.
When it was so fully animatronics for so long. And then the nostalgia of it. Like, I don't love Princess and the Frog as much as I loved all the memories that I had on the previous version of the ride. So
I get that.
Yeah.
All right, so before we wrap up rides, I have some lightning questions to ask you.
Okay.
So you have to pick one. Mm-hmm. You can't, no, I can't pick. No, you must.
I won't. Okay.
Okay. Space Mountain or Big Thunder?
Space Mountain.
I'm going to pick Big Thunder. Haunted Mansion or Pirates?
Haunted Mansion.
Pirates. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Peter Pan?
Seven Dwarfs.
Same. Peter Pan is a no for me. Okay, Tomorrowland Speedway or Mad Tea Party?
Oh, Mad Tea Party.
I'm going to go Tomorrowland Speedway. People Mover or Carousel of Progress? And you already know mine's People Mover.
Yeah, People Mover. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so your mountains, you have to put number 1 to number 3. You have Space, Big Thunder, and Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
I would...
Mine's Big Thunder, Space, and Tiana. Yeah.
It's Space, Big Thunder, Tiana. Uh-huh.
Okay, so we did overrated ride. What do you think's an overrated snack?
Turkey legs.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, number 1, where are you finding the turkeys that are this big?
That's what I'm saying, man. That has been my whole thing. Like, that is not... I'm sorry. That's a ham leg if I've ever seen one. Like, I don't know.
If it's hot, who's walking around with a big meat stick in the summer? Like, who wants to eat a huge chunk of meat in the summer?
Thank you. Yeah.
Can't do it.
And this goes for all theme parks in general. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want your meat stick hanging out. That sounds so bad.
Really.
But I don't. I turkey legs. Ew, gross.
I've never...
So overrated.
Just never happening in my book. Also, I have this weird thing where I am always petrified of eating, like, raw chicken. Yeah. So that size of a turkey leg, I would be so worried about it not being cooked all the way through.
Yeah.
And it's never happening for me. It's just never happening.
Nope.
I don't know how much you'd have to pay me to eat a turkey leg.
You know what's... Like, I love, like, smoked turkey. I will not eat a turkey leg. I wouldn't do it. No, thank you.
Freaks me out. Okay. If you were walking into the Magic Kingdom right now, what snack would you get?
That's tough. It's lunchtime, man.
And I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet today.
Yeah, me too. So I'm like, I am hungry. Okay, snack.
Mm-hmm.
I am probably going for the cheddar bacon ranch, like, tots from Friar's Nook.
Okay. Because I'm, like, craving sweets right now, I'm going for the giant cinnamon roll. Even though it's not, like, the best cinnamon roll on the planet.
Sure.
Just the thought of icing in a warm, gooey cinnamon roll just sounds so good right now. Yeah. That's what I would get today.
Yeah.
But an overhyped snack, another one, could be the cinnamon roll. It's super good, but I don't think it's, like, stand in a long line. Because sometimes that line's really long for Gaston's for it.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Oh.
Because we're talking lunchtime. What's your favorite breakfast snack in the park? And there's only one right answer. I'm just kidding.
I know you're going to say the waffle.
Yeah, I am.
So the last time we ate breakfast in the Magic Kingdom, we went to Gaston's, got the cinnamon roll, and we got some, like, ham cheese thing.
croissant thing. Yeah.
No, it was like open face, basically.
Oh.
It was like a crescent roll type of dough. Mm-hmm. But that sucker was good. I don't know if that's breakfast, but we ate it for breakfast. And I haven't had the waffle, the Nutella waffle, since my very first ever trip to Disney. I've not had it since. It's delicious, but like...
Well, they got rid of it for a while, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's my favorite like, go-to breakfast in the park.
And my go-to lunch or dinner is Cosmic Rays.
Mm.
I feel like that's where we always eat lunch or dinner.
Yeah, I feel like it could go... You can flip-flop them, but obviously pizza at Pinocchio's Village House, I will eat that all day, every day. But then the mini corn dogs at Casey's Corner. I love me some of those.
They are good. And then obviously cheeseburger spring rolls. But you have to be careful. You have to eye those suckers up when you're walking by. Because if they look really dark, it's a no. It's like, I'll wait. Because they've sat in that like heated thing for too long and they're not as good. So, and we've already talked about this, but like I think I've only gotten a Dole Whip maybe twice. That's actually on my list on my next trip. I want to get a Dole Whip so I can like, bring it back to the palate.
Yeah. Are you going to go classic Dole Whip or are you going to do one of the like fusion mixed things that they've got now?
I think just a classic.
Yeah.
Even though part of me wants to stop at the Polynesian and get something from their pineapple Lene or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but what's your snack you're getting every single time you go?
Cheeseburger spring rolls. We get them every time.
Well, I will say, if it's a Magic Kingdom specific snack, yeah, probably. But I cannot visit a Disney park, and usually Magic Kingdom is like one of the first parks I visit, without a Mickey Premium bar. I will sit like that is my Festival of Fantasy go-to snack.
Oh, that's funny because that was actually a question I was going to ask you. You're like what you're eating while you're waiting for the parade or the fireworks.
Yep.
Ours is popcorn. Okay, speaking of fireworks, are you a person that has to stand in the hub or down Main Street to watch the fireworks? Us either.
Nope. This is like one of my top 5 tips. Top 5. My favorite place to go and watch the fireworks from is to the left of the castle, right before you hit the bridge into Liberty Square. When they go to when they put the tape out and rope it out, people start lining up on the back side of that bridge. So the farthest side from the castle, there's like the spire and that little like, I call it like a closet thing, right? That's just left of the thing.
Yeah.
But there is room for you to sit taped out against that front facing, like fence. And that's my favorite place. Nobody sits there ever because they think it's part of the walkway. It's not. It's taped out. And so I will go like 30 minutes maybe before the show, and it's always empty right there. There's like 2 rows of people on the other side, but that front side people just don't think to sit there. So I'm not gatekeeping that one on you guys. That's my go-to spot. And you still see the projections on the castle. You see more of like the side stuff, but you can still see the front stuff. You could still see the fireworks from behind. I think it's a decent spot to be.
So maybe you should circle this on the map and throw it up so you can show.
Good idea. I'll also throw in a picture of what it looks like so you can see this is like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We watched from behind the castle one time, and I think it was even better than the front. Like you can't see the projections.
Yeah.
But it lights up the whole area because the fireworks are actually coming off way back behind that. And I have a really cool picture of me standing and kind of lit up by the fireworks. And I have a really pretty picture of facing It's a Small World and the fireworks behind it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can spot Cinderella and some other princesses back there. They will actually come out during the fireworks and kind of roam around, hold little kids' hands while they're going off. they didn't that day, but it had just poured. So that was the other thing. The ground was all wet, so the fireworks are like reflecting on the water.
Oh, yeah.
It was just awesome. That might have been like more of a crying moment because it was just like there wasn't a million people around you. You wasn't stifling hot because all these bodies shoved in the hub.
Nobody's
it was
throwing
awesome.
a kid on their shoulders in front of you.
Yeah. It was just awesome.
Yeah, the back of the castle is one of my other favorite places to watch the fireworks. If you're not there for the projections, then 100% watch them from behind the castle. You've got the ones that are going off like right on the castle, and then you've got the fireworks like from behind you. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I watched Enchantment. During the after hours party, and I loved it.
Yeah. And we also, it's really magical. You've already talked about this, being on Splash Mountain or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and the fireworks going off. That's awesome too.
Yeah.
It's so fun because you got the music. They pipe the music in throughout the whole park, so it's just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely
I say if you have already gone to the Magic Kingdom and stood in the hub and watched the fireworks from the hub, try doing it from a different part of the park next time. Yeah. So, do you have like a bathroom that you like, it's your go-to?
Oh man. It's always a must-do to stop at the Rapunzel bathrooms. Like, yeah.
And you know what's funny is I don't think I ever go to those.
I have to do it just because I feel like I need to visit. And also, you can count Pascals in that area.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So we'll always go over and at least do that one once. But my favorite bathroom in all of the Magic Kingdom is over in Tomorrowland. The Space Mountain bathrooms. They're down further. People just forget they're over there. They know the ones between like Cosmic Rays and stuff.
And those ones are the worst.
Yeah.
The ones across from Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yeah.
Do not go to those ones. Just go a little further to the ones Chrissy's talking about by Space Mountain.
I'm gonna put it
There's
in the map
never
right here. And go
there's never anybody back there, and it just seems quieter. It's also a good place to sit because there's a bunch of like the cement benches back there.
Yeah.
So, and Joffrey's is right there, so you can get a coffee and do that or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree.
No, you need to go right after. That's why they put the coffee right next to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yep. What's your favorite Magic Kingdom smell?
Pirate water. I mean, there is nothing, any water ride, but specifically like Pirates or Tiana's, that chlorinated, murky, you would never want to get anywhere like near it, but you want to smell it. Yeah. In fact, I have a candle.
Do you?
That smells like that water.
My husband and I always laugh because the margarita place outside of, it's in the Mexico Pavilion, but like before you go inside.
Yeah.
Some of their margaritas taste like the pirate water smell, and I cannot explain that unless you've ever been and ridden Pirates of the Caribbean, and then you drink the drink. And it's the purple one. I don't know what flavor it is. That one specifically tastes like that water smells.
Yeah.
It must just be whatever they're using, like alcohol-wise, that does that. But it makes us laugh every time.
Yeah.
I love popcorn smell, but I also love the confectionery. Like, it just smells...
The vanilla, yeah.
So good.
Smells like
and
freaking waffle cones. I love it.
Yeah. I also obviously love coffee, so the smell of Main Street Bakery is good too, but like you can get that anywhere you go to a Starbucks.
Yeah.
So the confectionery, I think, would be my favorite smell, but Pirates is a close second.
It's just like, it's something about like having that smell just like instantly makes me feel like I'm at home. Like I am here. I'm at Disney. Like yeah. The outside world does not exist. I am really here. Yeah.
Yep. So you said something about having some like top 5 tips. Do you want to share those?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, like, none of the ones that I had, like, listed on my, like, my big top 5 were ones that I've talked about, but specifically around Magic Kingdom, don't visit on a Monday or a Sunday. You, like, visit on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Reason being, most people start their trip on a Sunday, and the first park they want to go to is Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. So, like, don't visit on a Sunday or a Monday. It's not the right time to visit. That's, like, my biggest tip that I tell people who ask me. I don't plan for middle of the week. And then, kind of to that point as well, if you're looking for lower crowds, a party day is a great day to visit Magic Kingdom. If you're not going to a party and you don't mind that the park closes, like, if you're only going for one day and you have to see the fireworks, don't do this. But if you're planning 2 days at Magic Kingdom and one of those is a party day, the crowds will be significantly lower because those people who don't have 2 days worth of tickets are not going to Magic Kingdom on a day when the park hours are short. So, that's kind of one of my biggest tips that I tell people who ask is, yeah. The other thing for those of our listeners who are parents and have littles, utilize rider swap. I mean, that's the biggest thing, that I can say, especially if both mom and dad, I know you talked about it, like there was one point where you thought you weren't going to be able to ride with your son, like his first time he was going to do the ride. And like, if that's how you feel, make sure to ask the cast members at the entrance to the attraction if you can do rider swap. And you can still do this like with a lightning lane. So if like you have lightning lane and like, for example, if I and my husband both have a lightning lane, my son can ride twice using rider swap. We can still scan and use our lightning lane. But then one of us could stay back, with the baby. If you don't know how rider swap works, we can kind of get into that or leave us a comment and we'll let you know for sure. But don't pass up an opportunity to experience something because you think you have to wait behind. And I've got 2 more, but do you have any that you've got on your like top tip list?
My only big tip is make sure you know that when you get there in the morning that the whole park is not open. Now they've recently changed it where you can go and stand in line for one of the rides on the other side of the park, but that would be a waste of your half an hour early entry. So make sure you know that it's just Tomorrowland and Fantasyland that have attractions opened. Yep. Tron also isn't like, they start running it a little sooner, but it's not technically an early entry ride. You can get in line early for it, but again, you could probably hit Seven Dwarfs Mine Train with a shorter wait, or if you don't have children that can maybe ride that, and maybe you do have lightning lanes for you later, you could get Dumbo and Barnstormer and probably Winnie the Pooh done in that 30 minutes. Yeah. So don't waste that. Also, we talked about this in our park that we don't want to have a stage show on our castle. That's a cute little stage show, but I'm telling you, you cannot do early entry and see that stage show. Just go do early entry, come back for the regular Magical Friendship Fair that happens. Don't waste your time.
It's also a very, very, very short show. Yeah. It is not something you need to stand around for. Is it cute to see Mickey first thing in the morning? Sure. But it's not worth it. Yeah. If you're trying to do attractions, do not watch the show. Yeah.
And get there even earlier than that half an hour entry. I'm talking, you need to be there like 45 minutes before. You get your pictures taken down Main Street with less people. You'll be in the front of that rope drop. And I know that sounds daunting, but like if you want that, that's what you need to do.
Like buses start running an hour to an hour and a half before the park opens for early entry. So if the park opens at 9, for those of you who aren't familiar with like what early entry is and all of this like rope drop stuff that we're talking about, like park opens at 9 to day guests, which means people who are not staying on Disney World property. 8:30 is when it technically, the lands open for like when attractions and stuff open, that's at 8:30 for resort guests. You want to be in that, like, behind the rope prior to 8:30. You don't want to be getting in the line for the rope, because honestly, most times the cast members drop that rope and get you up to your attraction by 8:30, so that when the park officially opens, you're on the ride at 8:30.
Yep.
So, speaking of kind of rope drop strategy, here's what I will say for the people who are not staying on, and it kind of ties into what you just talked about, like making sure that you know what parts of the park are open and what parts of the park are not. Keep in mind, if you are not staying on Disney World property, you want to enter the park and go to the left, because everyone who is staying on property is already back in Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. So your rope drop is going to be kind of like a waste of getting there early if you head to Tomorrowland and Fantasyland.
Yeah. You want to go, like,
go to the left, go to Adventureland, go to Frontierland, go to Liberty Square. You want to make sure you hit up that section, because everybody else, like, there's already a 45-minute, hour-long wait for Seven Dwarfs at 9 o'clock. So
yes, you want to hit Jungle Cruise, Pirates. Those would be my top two, because Haunted Mansion, still, those people that were able to go through Fantasyland, they're waiting. Because you can basically do a double rope drop. You could go rope drop a couple things in Fantasyland and then go wait at 9 to go hit Haunted Mansion from the back. And you'll be the first person 100%. In line for it.
Okay, so let's go land by land. What are you rope dropping? What's your go-to first attraction for rope drop in Adventureland?
It would be Pirates, just because I'm not a big Jungle Cruise fan. But I would tell people to go to Jungle Cruise over Pirates, because Jungle Cruise will stay a high weight all day long, where Pirates will drop. It will go up and down.
Yep. Okay, Frontierland.
One
attraction there.
Big Thunder Mountain. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, we're not... I feel like you can rope drop Tiana's, but I don't want to get wet that early in the morning.
No, me neither.
So unless it's like your second Magic Kingdom day, you have not ridden it, you don't want to wait in an hour and a half long line later in the day, put a poncho on and go ride that thing. But I would rope drop Big Thunder for sure. Would you consider Haunted Mansion a rope drop ride?
No.
Me either.
Because that one also goes up and down. That's especially low at night. If you're going to stay for late night, you can easily get on that. I wouldn't wait for that ride for a long time.
Okay.
Because
Fantasyland. What are you rope dropping?
Well, it'd be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But
see, and I would say I'm not even gonna say, like, I don't feel like that's what I would rope drop necessarily. I mean, I guess it is, but I would rather buy it, like
bust out
that
a couple.
would be my expense for the day. I'd buy that single lightning lane and rope drop something else.
Yeah. I think you could get. That's why, like, get the lightning lane. You could get through a few of those, because Winnie the Pooh can be a longer wait all day long, even in the evening. Sometimes it's still up more. Dumbo will be a walk on later, but you could get it done quickly. The other thing about Dumbo, though, is it does have a playground inside of it, so sometimes that is a nice ride to do in the middle of the day when you're hot and you're tired. You can sit in the AC while your kids are playing in the little playground. You get like a little thing you get at a restaurant that beeps when it's your turn. So that is true. And then Tomorrowland, I would do Space Mountain for my rope drop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's my go-to. End of the night, fireworks are over, you've got 30 minutes. What's your one ride you're trying to head to?
Tron.
Oh, interesting.
So this is what we do. We split in the evenings. Me and my son go to Tron. My husband and daughter, if Big Thunder's open, they're going to Big Thunder. If it's not open, they're doing Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That is our routine every single night. And then if we get off Tron fast enough, we will go do Buzz and then get on People Mover right before it hits closing time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, my last one is People Mover. I'm usually headed to Pirates right after the fireworks. That's usually where I'm going. So.
Yeah, when Big Thunder's open, my husband and daughter just ride it over and over and over again, as many times as they can.
Yeah. Any more questions on your list?
I don't think so. There were some, like, ChatGPT really asked us a lot of questions, but some of them were redundant. Some of them came up throughout. Oh, I did have one. Maybe this is how we can kind of...
well, I have one more before if you've got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is, what is the most ridiculous or unexpected thing that has happened to you in the Magic Kingdom?
Oh,
An
well, this
unexpected...
ties into my, unexpected...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, okay.
Like, unexpected in a good way. I don't really have one. I think I already told you, obviously, about the stroller situation. That was probably our most, like, unexpected. But I haven't had, like, some crazy magical moment happen to me in Magic Kingdom like somebody else I know has.
Yeah, I have had a magical moment. Probably the most magical of moments when you think of, like, Disney and what you see on the commercials and just, like, special experiences happening. I think I mentioned it in a previous episode, but we got to be Grand Marshals before the Festival of Fantasy Parade. So I guess I'll just tell a little bit, like, what happened, how it happened. It was crazy. So I'm in these Disney groups, and I have to preface this story by saying I would not have known what was happening had I not seen something maybe a month before that it had happened to someone else and they had posted about, like, their experience, right? In, like, a group. So we went to we were at Magic Kingdom. We were there because we were celebrating her divorce, and so it was just her, my older sister, and my mom and I, just a girls' trip. And we had gone to get her pixie dusted before the photo session. So she got her sparkle in her hair. And so while everyone else is headed into Magic Kingdom or into Fantasyland, we were actually headed back down Main Street. And we ran into a plainclothes cast member who was just saying, like, he loved our energy and our vibe and had actually asked us about, like, our matching shirts, right? So we were telling him what we were there doing and how much fun we were having, and then he asked us if we were going to be in the park at the time of the parade. And we were like, no, we actually have dining reservations over at Hollywood Studios. And he was like, oh man. And then it clicked just, like, in my brain. I was like, wait, were you gonna? And he was like, uh-huh. And I was like, no! Like, the guttural, like, scream that came out of me was just like, I was like, oh my God. And he was like, you know what? He goes, we never do this. But he asked if we were going to be in the park the next day. And we had park hopper passes. So we were like, yes, we're going to be in the park. And he goes, we never ever pre-schedule anyone, but you guys just have such a great, like, story. He's like, if you're going to be here tomorrow, text me on this number and just meet us at, like, City Hall. So, my sisters are still like, what is happening? Right? Like, I don't understand. And so we were, like, walking back and then it realized, like, they were like, wait, what is happening? And I was like, we're going to be Grand Marshals in the parade. And, like, when I kid you not, like, the tears and, like, the excitement that we had. And this was,
I'm
like,
going to cry now.
At the possibility of it happening. Like, it was, we could not have imagined that, like, would be the case for us. And so we ended up having, like, the most magical day. We had the most incredible dining experience we've ever had at 50s Primetime. It was amazing. But so then the next morning, like, we get up, we get to the park, and so the cast member was like, we are so excited to have you guys here. They gave us this, like, official card. It has, like, the Festival of Fantasy logo. It opens up. It was like a royal, like, it felt like so magical, like, you know, like a royal invitation to do this. So when you're the Grand Marshals, you have to meet them ahead of time. You get to go into a backstage area, and they prep you on, like, how to wave and what's going to happen. The marching band comes through. All of the cast members in the marching band were like, congratulations, like, this is awesome. Like, they were so excited for us. And, like, afterwards, you know, like, you realize, like, they do this every day for these people, but, like, it was so magical. And then, you know, they're asking, like, you know, okay, like, what, you know, who are you? What are you doing? And so we told them, like, we're the Batcham family. We're celebrating, you know, a girls' trip. And so then they announce you over all of Magic Kingdom. Like, I have goosebumps talking about this. So you ride down Main Street in one of those old-fashioned cars. I'm going to put all the pictures in here as I'm talking about this, but so you have your own little photo session before you go down Main Street. You ride down Main Street. They actually took like a slow-mo video of us on our actual phones, like going down. They had a specific photo pass photographer dedicated to us for the whole session and everything. And then they had so they have shots of the car coming all the way down like Main Street, and then they set you up for reserve viewing for the parade. And here's like where it gets so magical, because every single parade character knows where the grand marshals are for the day, and it happens to be kind of right before they go backstage. So we got waves from every single character in the parade. Like, they took time to look at us. The walking cast members came over, gave us hugs, high fives. It was incredible. We got certificates at the end of it that said like we were officially that, and then they give you ears that say that have Grand Marshal embroidered on the back of them. They were for the 50th, so they were like the silver mouse ears, like the mouse hat ears. One of the most epic moments. I will never be able to top it. Like, I could cry right now.
You were gonna make me cry. I wasn't even there. I don't even know your mom.
Oh my God, it was just like, as a mom, it hurts to say, like, my son's first birthday in Magic Kingdom, tops that. The Disney adult in me, like, it tops that. You just never think that that's going to happen.
No.
So, yeah, it absolutely priceless. So incredible. Like, you just, yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. And then for the rest of the day, we wore the ears, and every cast member was like, you were the grand, like, that was you guys, that's awesome. Or, like, people would see us later on in the park and be like, we waved to you, like, we saw you, like, that's, it just makes you feel like a celebrity for the day. It was so great.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. I remember you posting about this, because we were already friends on Facebook, but this was before we actually, like, were friends outside of just, acquaintances. So I remember seeing all the photos, but I want to look at them again. Yeah. That's cool. So cool.
It was so good. Yeah. So, and people have asked me, like, well, what did you do? And I think you have to have the best attitude. And I think this goes no matter what you're doing. Be nice to every cast member. They are there because they want to make magic. This is not just a job for them. And so be nice to every cast member you see. It will come back to you tenfold at the end of, at the end of the day. And don't discredit the matching outfits. Like, that's what made him stop. He was like, wait, you guys must be part of a group traveling together. Like, that was literally like his opening line was like, are you guys together? Because you're wearing the same thing. And we were like, yes, we are. So wear the matching outfits, have a good attitude, and just be ready for that kind of stuff to happen. Magic is made all the time at Disney World, especially in the Magic Kingdom. So, yeah.
We are podcasting from home, folks. My dog is mad about somebody outside, so he may be barking in the background. Just ignore him. No, that's so awesome. Like, it just sounds amazing.
And this was so much fun. I feel like we need to do more of these, just chit-chatting about.
I think so, too.
The parks.
It's fun. It's casual. The only thing I will add is you mentioned that you usually visit Magic Kingdom first on your trips, right? If we are doing just base tickets, which we never do anymore, but it was always the last park for us. We save it for last.
It's definitely a good way to, just like leave the vacation,
Wave at the castle as you leave.
Yeah, right. You're like,
bye.
Excuse me. We're kind of the same. Like, we don't just do base tickets, hardly ever anymore. We're park hopper people. But mostly because we are kind of the get up and go. We've got younger kids, so they're awake anyways. We might as well get up and go to the park while it's cool. And take a break midday, and then we'll hit up another park. Or but yeah, when we do a single day, it does tend to be one that I say that, but we always make 2 days at Magic Kingdom. We just always seem to find a way to do it. So, but lately we haven't been doing some of the other parks in order to do that as well. So, yeah. Yeah,
my first few trips, we only did Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Like our first 2 or 3, it was only ever those 2 parks. And then mainly because my son was young, so we didn't really do Hollywood Studios. Also, Hollywood Studios didn't really have much going on back then. Yeah. And then I was pregnant with my daughter, so I couldn't do any of the bigger things. And so, yeah. It's just, I can obviously see why that's the park that people sometimes, that's the only park they do. Mm-hmm. It's just the Magic Kingdom, and it's magical and amazing, and
it's quintessential Disney. I mean, so many people say Disney World and mean that park. They don't,
Oh, 100%.
That's what they envision. That's where they want to go. And rightly so, it has the most to do for the most amount of people. It's not your thrill or adventure park. It's not your park for shows. It's not your educational park. It's your castle park.
Yep.
So we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your top moments. We want to hear your feedback. If there was anything that you disagreed about, also give us your answers to the lightning lane. That was fun. We should do more of that.
Yeah, you can answer all those questions in the comments, and
please do. Yep,
it's always fun. Everyone has a different take or an opinion on things, and it's fun.
Speaking of user or not user, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Listeners.
Yeah, viewer, listener. I was like, what's that word?
What's that word?
I will say I did get, and Girl Scouts honor, I promised my sister I would tell her, when we did the Tomorrowland episode and we were talking about her screaming for her life on Space Mountain, she wanted me to make it clear that she loves that ride now. She is no longer afraid. This is my older sister, by the way. So here you go, Lauren. I promised you I would put it in the episode. And then I did also get feedback too that they were excited we took out Small World. Somebody had commented that they were excited that Small World no longer exists at the Magic Kingdom. So,
oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So.
All right.
All right. What's coming up next? This is the end of the Castle Park, right? So what comes next? I think so.
I don't remember what comes next. Let me go look at it. What the heck does come
Well,
next?
let me answer for you. I do believe we are now headed over to Epcot.
All right. We're heading over to Epcot.
At least that's what we planned for.
I think so.
We spoke a lot about Epcot in our Castle Park. I feel like it's only logical we head there next.
Yep. Because we got to, fix some things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So leave the comments too in this video about what or head over to our Facebook group or Facebook page, and let us know what you want to see in Epcot. We promise not to look before we do our,
we don't want to be swayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to hear what we have planned for Epcot, if it were up to us,
well, you'll just have to listen.